Man, oh man, it was bound to happen. Daniel Jones stunk it up today in practice, had a bad practice in the first joint practice for the New York Giants against the Detroit Lions. Of course, the Detroit Lions is a team the Giants will be facing in their first preseason game this upcoming Friday. So right around the corner, we get to face these guys in preseason, get to see what everything looks like. But Daniel Jones is the talk of the town. He's the talk of Twitter because he had a bad practice today. And before we do get to the recap, go ahead and leave a like, comment down below your thoughts on everything, and definitely hit the subscribe button and join the channel. But let's get into it. Daniel Jones had a bad practice. He was missing open wide receivers. He was, inaccurate today. Just an overall bad day for Daniel Jones. And it was bound to happen. Daniel Jones has been on a tear all off season, all training camp. Has looked sharp on all of his passes, looked great. But we knew at some point before the season starts, something was going to happen to where the Daniel Jones haters, the Daniel Jones non-believers, the guys that have been waiting on his downfall, waiting for him to have a bad play, waiting for him to have a bad practice, were going to be able to rejoice, get their lotion, and go ahead and rub. You know what I'm getting at when I'm saying you know what I'm getting at when I say that, because Daniel Jones had a bad practice. It was bound to happen, and I know the Daniel Jones haters was just waiting for it, and it happened today. The Lions, basically, they got the best of Daniel Jones today. Overall, the Giants didn't have an amazing practice today. Now was it all bad? No. Some wide receivers made plays. The defense had some great plays, had some great drives out there in 11s on 11s, don't get me wrong. But overall, for our standards, for the Giants standards, they didn't have an amazing practice today. You come back tomorrow and fix your mistakes because it's practice. Daniel Jones is the only quarterback in the NFL that can't have a bad practice, can't have a bad throw, can't have a misread. He's the only quarterback in the NFL. He's the only player in the NFL that ain't allowed to have an off day. He's the only quarterback in the NFL that isn't allowed to miss a throw. I'm starting to believe that because Jalen Hurts today didn't have an amazing practice, had a bad interception. But I don't see Eagles fans bashing him on Twitter. Aaron Rodgers has had some dud days during those Jets practices this offseason, but I don't see Jets fans rushing to their phones tweeting about it. And it's insane to me how Daniel Jones has had multiple great days for the New York Giants in practice, and the first chance they get, the first day he does not look perfect is the first day he gets absolutely bashed, absolutely obliterated on Twitter. It wows me every time, and it's crazy to me. I'm done with the practice. I'm ready for the season. I'm ready for the Cowboys week 1 Sunday Night Football. These guys on Twitter can keep bashing him on Twitter and be talking about the practice and dissecting every play from the practice like they're getting paid to do it. Now, if you're getting paid to do it, then, hey, get your money. But some of you people don't get paid to bash Daniel Jones on Twitter. You don't. You don't get paid to be negative on Twitter for the New York Giants. I'm waiting for the season. I'm ready for the season, and it's practice. You never get too high. You never get too low. Every day, it's not going to always be the easiest day. You're not going to always go out there and succeed. Some days you got to take a L to get back a big dub, and that's what's going to happen with Daniel Jones tomorrow. I don't know if they're having another joint practice tomorrow. I think they are. They should be. And I'm expecting to see Daniel Jones come out there and have a better day. Simple as that. It's practice. I don't think Brian Daboll is going out there saying we're going to unleash our whole playbook. We're going to go out there and act like it's an actual game, and we're going to try to win a practice day versus Detroit. I don't think that's happening. That's not happening. Daniel Jones will be fine. I'm not worried about it. Is it great that he had a bad day? No. Am I going to come up here and say that he's going to have a bad season? No. Just how, it's okay to be happy when he's having these great days. That's perfectly fine, but you can't go out there and say, oh, he's going to do this right in the season. I just can't wait for him to be perfect all season long. It's not going to happen. Daniel Jones is going to have games where he misses a throw. He's going to have a game where he overthrows somebody or he underthrows somebody. It's going to happen. He's going to have a misread here and there. It's going to happen. But you ain't going to see me come here and bash my quarterback because of that. Now, with Daniel Jones in the season, if he has a bad game, I'll be the first person to come up here and say, DJ had a bad game. DJ didn't show up tonight. The Giants didn't show up tonight. I will be the first person to say it. Trust and believe me. But I'm not going to bash Daniel Jones. I'm not going to tear him down. I'm not going to come up here and rant about it because it's practice. At the end of the day, it's practice. You don't win a Super Bowl. You don't start off the season 1-0 because you want a joint practice. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. It's okay to be excited, but don't ever get too high or too low before that regular season. You just can't do it. But that's just my thoughts on Daniel Jones. That's my thoughts on the day. He had a bad practice, missed some wide receivers, overthrew some passes, was inaccurate. That happens. It's okay. He's allowed to have a bad practice in my world. And to me, he's allowed to have a bad practice too. That's okay with me. That's fine with me. I'm spitting. I gotta go ahead and get off of here. I just wanted to come up here, give you guys my thoughts on Daniel Jones having a bad practice with the Detroit Lions and the first joint practices for the Giants and the Lions. Then, of course, they face the Lions on Friday in preseason. Let's see what happens then if he goes out there and he plays and they do start the starters. Let's see what everything looks like. But like I said, leave a like on the video if you haven't done so already if you enjoyed. Comment down below your thoughts. I want to know how you're feeling. Are you high on Daniel Jones after this day? Are you low? What's your thoughts on the Giants practice today that they had versus Detroit Lions? Let me know. And then hit the subscribe button if you hadn't done so already. And join the freaking channel, man. But that's my real takeaway. I really want to talk about Daniel Jones today. I didn't really want to get into like the whole recap of all the offense. I didn't really want to do that. I wanted to focus on our quarterback, Danny Dimes. But until the next time, it's Big Boy J Dimes, and we are out. Go Giants. Peace.